Welcome back, folks, to our Starbound haunted rig of Alfecca, as it turns out it's called. So last time we started our platform, our oil platform riggy type thing, and we started to work in a bit of 3D magic, which I think is actually looking reasonably good. I've added a little bit more here, and also I've cleaned a couple of things up. I do actually want to dirtify things. I was wondering about this literally just before I started, and I thought, why don't I have some more of the usual... I'm not even sure what this is called again. It's plant matter, I think, something like that. Might actually be... yeah, I'll do. And what I was thinking about doing is a bit like the other haunted thing, the space station that we saw in the first one. We could actually paint this kind of greyish or something like that. Don't want a torch. So if we do this, I'll just do a little bit of a sample. Something like that. Just so it's not too like green and lush. It looks like it's diseased and everything. And because it's haunted, I do actually want to try and have a few warning signs and just stuff that makes it feel a bit like you're not quite sure what's going on. But I guess what we'll probably end up doing is like breaking stuff later on. To try, a bit like the aqueduct where we started to like knock things down a little bit to make it all ruined and stuff. But first I think we actually have to get the structure of the place. And what I thought about doing on the right hand side, I want some crew quarters maybe up in the air, but I also want like some shipping containers. There's some red ones and some grey ones, which will, I think, look quite logical for this sort of construction. Maybe I wonder if you could actually get a great big crane or something in. Something you can spawn one of those. That's just the top, I guess. I can bone that in anyway, can't I? Actually, I've got loads of... Oh, that's a backpack. On that. Got loads of stuff, like just trash and stuff, which we can put down as we go. What's that? That's not what I want. Oh god, disobey sign. Probably don't want that. We've got all sorts of barrels and things which I didn't put down. I meant to at some point. Oh dear, that's a bit weird. Oh, that actually looks quite spooky. Almost haunted, one might say. So where's that crane gone? There it is. Yeah, it is just that. Nope. What I might do is I might put that kind of like on the bottom. You can put that kind of... Oh, okay, you can put it there. It looks like something now. Not quite sure what, but it's summit. So we'll probably have to... It's actually nice you can stand on this. We'll probably have to have another kind of like up in the air type thing. So maybe I could have it a bit more backgroundy like that. And like that. Ooh. So there'll be something up in the air here. And we'll probably have the crew quarters here, which means we'll probably have to do some kind of lift or... In fact, let's expand this to here-ish. Then we'll have another up in the air situation there, but we won't bother doing it just yet. So... Ooh. That. I still want to make this a bit kind of like Heath Robinson-y, like a much bigger and wonkier and just like things piled on top of other things. So, because it looks quite neat at the moment. And what I was thinking of trying to do is using a bit more kind of like in the way of 3D, so, and also colour. So, here, what I might do is, this bit here I'm going to actually use, pretend that's a leg of some other thing that's going on in another plane entirely. So let's just change it to like a, actually let's do red. That looks like an extension of that now, which is annoying. But... And we'll have it kind of like go up... That's it. Up there. And up there. And this will be its own layer up here. Or maybe I could... In fact, I could just like literally have it as background. Because we don't necessarily need it to be... Stand honourable. Hang on, let's just make it so we can go across there. Get into the daytime. So this use of 3D, I think, is reasonably effective. I think we discovered this in this in the Space Henge episode. I'm changing the wrong thing there. Quickly go there. Down there. It's a shame that's kind of like... It's not really supposed to be look like it's joined up to the thing. Is there maybe a thing behind it? In the background. Yes, I've taken something out of the background. Oh, we're still doing it. Yeah. It looks like there's nothing we can really do about that. I think it's just a graphical sort of flourish that is actually getting in the way of what we want. Oh well. But it's just trying to be a way of making it look like it's its own thing here. That can go, obviously. And we could add different colours as well to make even more levels. So, I'll try it with another one. Unfortunately, I mean, we don't really have much of a choice of palette when it comes to painting, so yellow is a bit odd. It's a bit too bright and cheerful. I've decided this bit just looks a bit too annoying, so I think the only real solution I've got is to get rid of that entirely. And have these things... That's a bit odd. Well, there's no reason for it to be foreground at all then. Now I've done this. So we'll just extend it there. And those go there, and we'll actually have to be painted correctly. There, that'll have to do. I mean, there was no real reason for it to be there before, other than just for a bit of complexity. So can we really put anything... I don't think we can really put... Because there's a background, there's no real sort of thing we can put... Actually, physical stuff on there, because it doesn't count as foreground, so you can't plonk stuff on at all. We could fudge it in certain things, but I'll come back to that because that seems like I'm fannying around a bit too much. But I also want to have it as more foregroundy stuff as well. So I think I'm going to carry on building up using. Well, we'll need a kind of like a. Let's put it there because that's shit. It's an extension of what's already there, so that feels about right. And then we kind of. I'm going to bang my head here, aren't I? There's actually no end thing to that, is there? Which is rather annoying. No bumper. But let's go up there. And then we'll go across here. I might... Oh, who cares? Let's just go. See what we get out of this. It's really easy to make that... to actually think that's actually foreground and want to stand on it. Well, we kind of like need this to go down again, don't we? Just get rid of that, because otherwise it's the sort of thing I will forget. Yep. Also, I still want there to be a kind of like a top structure on this, which does make it a little bit difficult to actually do anything here. So it's getting a little more complex now. I've added a few extra things. There's a whole 3D problem here because the red thing actually goes... It's supposed to be background, but it goes in front of the stanchion things here, so it's a bit weird. Doesn't really work exactly. I put a little hatch in here as well. And also, some weird decoration for no reason. Right, so this, I guess we need to put... I'm not quite sure what we're going to put up here. I mean, this could be the crew quarters. I guess I was going to put them there. Maybe this should be the crew quarters then, because that's kind of like more of an industrial area. We'll actually have to think of a way of actually making this look. Well, maybe I should do it a bit like that again then. I mean, that's kind of like maybe our crew sort of design, because we've already got some kind of like a break room thing down there. So this is using... Yeah, this is the right stuff. So I guess we can like divide this up, I guess, into... Well, oh yeah, I put a tenant in there, in that thing for no reason at all. Yeah, well... Again, we'd try not to make this too prison-y. But this is going to need beds. Bloody beds. Also, this is going to need something, isn't it? Because this is the entrance to our... Oh god, that's going to be a problem. Yeah. Hang on. Wrong. Also, the colours are not ideal. There's some weirdness going on. Let's paint. I think I'm painting this black. Oh, it makes it grey, but also need to take off the colour there and. Oh, hang on, that's some. Oh well. We could like incorporate that into the design somehow. This looks annoying, doesn't it? Just because it's take that out. Take that out. Well, that isn't joined up now. Hang on. There. I think I'll move that along just one. So this is all about the details. Including the fact that I now have to do the same down here. And paint. In fact, can I paint that barrel? No, I can't. It's an item. There's something wrong. Oh, it's just the weird background effect, isn't it? Well, that slightly resolves that, but it's still not ideal. So I've got to decide how I'm going to do these quarters. There's some. They've got metal railings in the background, but I'm starting to go off that because I'm using the metal railings for other stuff. I think maybe just like glass of some description. Or maybe copper. Hang on, let's change this. Although you won't be able to see those in the background anymore. Maybe if you use the black glass, it just won't be a problem because it'll just be so dark it doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay. I'll cope with that. We could do with some lighting in there. Don't think we really got much. We've got fairy lights, but that doesn't really seem like in the spirit of it. I'm using a lot of these spotlighty type things. So, I mean, I've also put some on the launch pad, which I thought was quite snazzy. But, yeah, that'll have to do. Right, so how do I divide this up? So I've gone for something like this. It's a barracks, rather than anything, so I'll just put some lights in. Of course, I'm using broken stuff. And I've put the window in the middle just so we can actually have kind of like more postery type stuff, so it feels a bit more like home. But I'm still trying to like bring in more of a haunted vibe to this. Let's see what signs we've got. Hopefully I'll include posters. We don't really want. Oh no, hang on. We don't really want big ape type stuff. Ape flu. Is this going to be really big? Ape flu is no joke. Might be a bit not quite what we need. Let's put that there. We need something that just suggests. I mean, if there's I know there's. Oh, hell, that might be good. But there's something like I remember that like a get out sign, but I tried searching for that and I couldn't actually find the damn thing. It's one of the early quests, isn't it? That's from. Please get. Cell block. No, that's not ideal. I could turn this into a prison, but it's probably not the way forwards. Well, I kind of quite like it. Make it feel a bit more prison-like. There's a lot of signs. Ministry of Knowledge. We just need something that's a bit more. I don't know. I mean, I guess there isn't a kind of like a warning poster. Death warning sign. That might be a bit spookier. Oh, that's not really anything, is it? It's just not tatty enough. Though. It needs to be a bit more intimidating and yeah. Still not really feeling very haunted, but I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about making more accommodation, but not 100% sure I should. I think I might try and make it a bit. Well, we'll leave that, and we'll maybe put in some. We'll put another room sort of thing here, because this whole thing's supposed to be a room, isn't it? Really. Well, I'm not quite sure what's going to go on the right-hand side. I just like the idea of putting support beams in, but in reality, it doesn't really make a huge amount of sense. Can I put that on top of... No, I can't. Well, I mean, I could do it kind of like this, and then get rid of the background here entirely. Oop, blimey. So what's that? Oh, that's actually foreground. And we'll I don't know if we should actually have it going any higher, like have a staircase up somewhere else. It feels like there might be worth doing another floor for reasons. Maybe that'd be the way to actually get to the top here as well, because I still want a kind of like an engine-y type room or something. I'm not quite sure what goes on the top of a real oil drill, but I feel like it should be something weirdly futuristic whilst also broken down and shitty. Yeah, it's starting to look a little pleasingly grim. I'm here in the little shithole up here. Should put another bed in there. Oh, not some of those horrible wires. Right, anyway, so what we need, I guess, now is an extension over here. So what we'll probably do is have it like that. Fairly symmetrical. Also, we'll have to sort this lot out. There's a lot of weird stuff in the background, and a lot of different colours as well. Mostly grey, admittedly. I wonder if we should keep it red. Or just this top room might look okay red. Let's quickly change it to black for the background. Then white for this. Oh, really irritating when that happens. Go back to black. There. And so this is going to be its own little room. Some control room of sorts. Oh, aha! I was supposed to I was trying to change the background there, but my fingers went rogue. So, I'm not quite sure what we should do in the background here. I mean, I don't know, they didn't really, like, just... some sort of machine. Machine pistol? No, let's go for objects only. A smoke machine. Oh, it's a water cooler. It would be nice to have something that's... Oh dear, I don't think we've really got... A mining drill? That's a bit too on the nose, I think. It's a vehicle. This is from the Urchius mission. Well, we don't want it there. But maybe... Hang on, let's... Oh, flip. It's gone. Well, we don't know that. Yeah, I can put it down here instead. You can notice that the problem with the stanchions here, which I didn't actually bother putting that bit of background in, did I? We can whip that in. Like that. The storage containers... They'll have been kind of like bunged up here using a bugging machine, I guess. Bugging machine. Yeah. Kind of like want this to be a bit high. Unfortunately, you can only stack them very precisely like that. But just let's stick to one colour this time, I think. Maybe, actually, this could probably be expanded up in the air a bit to make another level. Again, I'm not going to put it in the background. I might actually have to. I'll go on the top. Oh, come on. There we go. Across here. It goes out quite a bit. That's actually uneven. Just noticed. Down the bottom. Never mind. And then we just could like bung in a couple of these instead. I think. It's annoying. That is supposed to go out a bit further, isn't it? So, that's allowable. Going to allow this. But what's in the crate? We shall soon find out. It's... a bit of food! That's rotten. There. It's haunted with some crap food now. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get this a whole haunted thing really sorted, to be honest. This actually provides a lot of light. So I'm starting to think that this is going to be one of those where you are supposed to look at it at night, and then we should really just make sure that the lighting is really sympathetic towards those aims. Ooh. I'm not really sure about this. It's a bit... Why are they up in the air? I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. And also, I'm going to get towards the daytime. Because it's building at night is a pain in the dick. I'm going to take these off, weirdly. Simply because what I want is... I can't... The trouble is, you can't... It's just so hard to stack. They've got to be on top of each other. They can't be, like, overlapping like that. Which is annoying. Yeah, I'll have it like that. Which means I will actually have to put this in. Oh! Go you. Oh, I missed. Actually, what is that over there? Oh, I've just knocked down... Yeah, I just knocked something down. Never mind. So, there's got to be something up here. I think maybe this is just kind of like a... I'm just trying to work out how to actually incorporate things like fencing into this, but no matter what I do with this, it just doesn't... It's a bit kind of pointless, really. And you can't really put anything else in front of it or behind it. I mean... Yeah. It's something. Really wish I could put other stuff around it, but... I don't know. I think we should try and do something with this. To, like, join it up. Not a huge fan of this colour. I might change that. Oh, hang on. No, you can't even put this down. Which is a bit of a bugger. Right, they're all going. And we just need to resolve this. I think I'll probably paint this. Let's paint it. Yeah, that'll do. I'll do the same for this lot as well, because it's a bit weird having the blue. Oh, it's putting the background in as well, isn't it? Oh, that's okay. In that case, it's okay. I'm going to leave that because I think... Yeah, that's just going to... That's going to be all kinds of wrong. We also should probably put in a door here. Which means... We're actually running out of this stuff. Quite a lot. Which door? I'll go for the tungsten door this time, I think. The old submarine-looking one. Actually, it does look kind of oil riggy. Now I've still got to resolve how I'm going to put what I'm going to put in the background here. It feels like it has to be kind of fairly industrial looking. Well, that might be a bit much. I'm okay with that, weirdly. Okay. Let's put in... What's this? Oh, it's the water cooler. Just put literally just that there. Yeah. This doesn't really go anywhere, does it? It's not broken up enough anyway. So I just need some kind of like thing. I mean, even that would do. In fact, let's do that. Feels like this is the sort of thing that would actually work up there, like rec generator. So we'll repurpose this to make it the illusion of something to do with an oil rig or whatever. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So it's still not ideal. I feel like there should be something else in here as well, but not quite sure what I can put dangling down or whatever. That's just... No, that's no good for anyone. Well, there's some sort of wall console at least. Well, in fact, hang on. Let's what looks good? Not that. That's terrible. It's really hard to get to... There we go. I kind of like that. That's just surreal. No. It's just completely wrong. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll have a bit... It's a bit weird. It's a bit cartoony up here. It's just a box. Yeah, I'm not hugely keen on it. The more I look at it, the more I hate it. Right, I can go. I have to have a bit of a think. Okay, so... You know what? This really shouldn't be touching, should it? It's really annoying how it's touching. So, I've been slight redecoration and also adding some new decorations. I finally found a use for those silly wires. Underneath this little radar dish thingammy-doodah bob. I wonder if I can actually get some lads in here. Huh. You do actually look a bit like an oil rigger. Oh, you're trying to use the broken vending machine. Oh, I won't get anything from there. It's probably got cholera on it. Probably put another lad in here. Let's try and go for a bonus lad. Yeah, you go and rig some oil. A bonus lad. What am I talking about? Oh no! Hang on. The design has foxed me. Oh word, that sounds very similar to that. Let's put that into there. That sign is a bit too nice. Oh, it's one of you lads. It's one of you, okay. You're, one of those, you know... Oh, he's gone and all. He made the same mistake as me. You can actually flog stuff. Yeah. Oh, you're going to this vending machine and all. See what's in his shop then. See what he's... Even though, like, I've got a spawnable item pack. Oh, god damn it. It's impossible. Ah! It's impossible to... Oh, there's a door there, isn't there? What door? Why is there a door there? It's the worst door imaginable. There's literally no door worse than that. Oh, it's also a landmine. A wall B. Tripwire. Oh, I've never seen this before. Let's have a go with this. So, where? Oh, actually, you put it. Oh, this is interesting. Can I put it like... If I extend this down a bit... I wonder if I can actually do this then. Huh! That's quite cool. Now, presumably I have to wire it up to something. So, when you walk through here, the light very briefly flickers on. It's a bit pointless. But it makes it look like it's broken and not working properly, so I kind of like the idea of that. I didn't realise I've never seen that tripwire in the game before. I kind of like it. Nice. So I do want to make it so like you can get the car or whatever it is in onto the land. But I think I'll just use very basic stuff like more of this platformy type stuff. I think can you double this up successfully? Oh no! No! That's the worst thing I've ever seen. Literally the worst thing in the world. Bar not. Oh, hang on! Oh! I didn't mention it. What if it's now worth kind of putting a ramp that's made of this stuff? Oh, that's really, really, really disgusting. Oh, I'm so ashamed of turning into a ball. No, we don't want scrap panel. I think one of the other panels, with the only diagonal blocks in the game, unless you start modding stuff in, which I've never done before. Right, so I think this rather than that. I better get out of here, actually. So that will be where the lad gets onto the land. And what I might do is just, for a bit of something or other, is put some tarmac down. I think it's asphalt, isn't it? I don't think we've got any anymore. I think I've probably long since got rid of that from my inventory. This is what we made the airstrip out of. But look, now it looks like it's going mining in the depth of this tarry area. There. That. And, I just remembered I've got this. Some pointless mining tools! Hooray! I think let's have a brazier and all. There's mining lanterns, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I wonder if we can stick anything like that in. No, apparently not. What we'll do, actually, we'll also have... This is a whole new part of the build, which I'm not going to go into this too much. Let's shore this wall up somehow. Not quite sure what we should use for this. Some sort of metal beam, really. So let's just have it like that. Oh! Once again, it goes rogue. Oh god, that's them all over the place. Now carefully does it. There. Maybe just put in an old-fashioned torch as well on the wall. Just there. I think the asphalt should go out a little further. And then beyond that, it doesn't really matter. Put simply. I'll go with that thing. That's not necessarily necessary. So that can now go do stuff if it wants. And so can we. We've still got to put something up here, haven't we? I've added a purple thing in the background. For reasons. Why is it getting full of water in there? It's really hard to get rid of as well. Oh, gold. Is my considered opinion. Right. We still need... what do we need? We need black background. You can actually see the background now. Because we're that high up. Also, for some reason, one of the lads changed. Into Orion, the prisoner. Because that was our oil rigger, but I think I put this door in at some point, and for some reason, the oil rigger turned into a prisoner. It was quite useful, really, because it's, supposed to be a prison, sort of. An oil prison rig, oil rig. So this is going to be like a generic control-y type room, just like full of crappy machines and that. Would have got loads in that I spawned in right at the start, I think, of the previous episode. Not quite sure what this all is. Another vending machine. Can't have too many of them. That crate looks ridiculous compared, doesn't it? It's weirdly sized. Some kind of table, I guess. Actually, what's this? Pipe fence. I wonder if there's any percentage in putting in like a little roof thing. Sort of works. I don't know why this is the... I mean, the colours, I've sort of like reset the colouring for... I'm going to do it there as well. Because of the way it doesn't necessarily play nice if there's a background. So I'm going to keep it blue throughout. Although it's grey there. Yeah, okay. That's going to have to change. Also, solves that background thing. That's still sort of working. And we kind of like just have this up here. Bit of pipe fencing. For reasons that will become clear at some point in the not too distant future. Oh, it doesn't quite work. Never mind. Oh. Well, I could try and resolve that, but yeah. I mean, look at that. I've spawned in 1,000 sewer pipes for no reason. For no good reason, anyway. I'm sure there's a reason. I've forgotten it already. Anything else we can put in here? Nothing that we've actually got. So I think there's enough of the actual building part of it. There's little bits... Oh, blimey. There's little bits I do want to like add to it. Like, I wouldn't mind putting in a bit more kind of background platforms here. Just because there's a bit of a gap here. In fact, let's try that. We might as well quickly do this. Put one across like that. Oh no, we don't have to go this far. Just so we don't have to worry about that. And in fact, maybe we'll do it deliberately. So it does actually connect up. This is supposed to be background, isn't it? So let's actually get rid of that. Yeah, that gets rid of the need to actually add anything else to that. We could do actually a bit more light here now. Not a huge amount of light. Oh, god damn it, I keep on tricking myself. Oh, you can see the red laser thing now in the daytime. So now I want to add some kind of like ruinousness to it all. Well, I was kind of like wanting some pipes and just have a nice little tangle of pipes here and there, but I haven't really found any sensible thing to do with that, to be quite honest. I mean, that's about as exciting as it's probably going to get. There, pipe. Actually, probably could have used pipe for more reasons. More like, not just pipe, but it looked like It would actually make good legs, wouldn't it? I'm just going to experiment with this, actually, because this might actually look quite, you know, a bit better than just having endless of this everywhere. So I can have just 2 different sorts. I don't want to replace every single bloody bit. That would take forever. Now, where was it? Was it there? This is also get rid of that horrible sort of the way it sort of like doesn't resolve properly sometimes. Or it tries to resolve too hard. I kind of like that. Maybe I should do a bit more because this. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're just stuck, aren't you? Because I never was hugely happy with the look of the legs, and this might actually be the answer to our thing. I might replace more than I was going to. Now I've decided I'm going to do it. Yes. Yeah, this is going to take a bit of time, I think. Right, so I've done replaced most of the legs with pipework instead, and it does look a bit more obvious what the hell's going on now, I think. It's not perfect, and also she's just like in the way now. She's just there. So what I want to do, just finish off, is actually add a bit more of this gunk in, and maybe even do the old 3D type thing here. I'll probably just make myself a little hole. So this is going to require some light scaffolding, I think. Might as well just use pipe. And we're going to do the thing that we always do. Like that. Then make it kind of go through. Like that. Then it can like go into the tar, but then stop there, I think. And I think I'll paint it the right colours. Gotta be careful not to get the background. I'm not going to make it go any lower than that because it looks strange. And let's just seal that up. I'm going to do much less of this than I originally was going to, just because I think this is probably going to benefit from a bit more of a subtler touch than just having like previous builds where there's a lot of this sort of stuff. Maybe that as well. I'd actually have to go into the water for this, don't I? Then maybe. I can't quite get down that far. Oh well, I just won't bother then. And do. I feel like there should be a bit more of this stuff, but I'm not quite sure what to do with it. I feel like there should be a ladder up here. Or side ladder. Don't know. So is this something? Is it even worth doing anymore for any more vegetation? What else is there? I mean, there's dangly vines, but that's possibly a bit too much. I'm also going to get rid of a couple of these because I think it might be over-egged, quite frankly. Don't think we need huge amounts of chains and stuff. Well, I think now I'm just going to try and look for a bit more kind of like just general kind of waste gunk and stuff like that. See if there's anything along the way that looks a bit more haunted, because I'm not really feeling its hauntedness really. Maybe I'll just find a pumpkin or something. Okay, there's probably more I could do here, but well, I think we've got ourselves a nice sort of like I've zoomed out and it's absolutely killing the frame rate, and I think we've got something here. I'm going to actually zoom in again. I think normally I'm not sure which. I think I've actually spent the entire episode in the zoom level that I don't usually use, but I'm not 100% sure. But when you go back to, if I try to zoom in anymore, it looks really close. But I don't know. Anyway, so I've subtly added some kind of gloomier touches. Like there's a new tenant here, which is all kinds of crazy, and we've also got a little cauldron and also the candles. And there's a few other subtle touches around here. Do not enter. You can only tell when you actually go through the thing. And my explorer pod is still sat there. And those lads just hanging out. Oh yeah, I did actually find some pumpkin heads. I knew there must be some in the game somewhere. And there was. They were called pumpkin heads. Or spooky pumpkin heads. So there's the little mine, the spooky mine, probably. And there's the spooky oil pit below this. And all that. So yeah. Oh, bloody hell, lag. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's back. It was gone. Don't think I'm a menace because of this jumpsuit. I'm wearing it because it's comfy. Oh, okay, I'll take that. Anyway, we'll wrap things up here. So that's basically the end of the series. There isn't really any grand ending to this, I'm afraid. Apart from to say thanks for watching, and thanks for watching all this Starbound stuff that I've done over the years. We'll surely revisit it at some point soon, probably when the Xbox thing comes out, if there's a resurgence of interest in the game. But otherwise, I think we've done pretty much everything we can possibly do in Starbound now. But yeah, I'm sure we'll return to it sooner, if not later. Cool, thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you're not already. Check out my Discord if you want to discuss stuff, Starbound or any other indie game around. Or check me out on Patreon if you want to help support the channel and keep us all going. And bye for now.